Welcome to Here to Initiate, a podcast for manifestors, leaning on the concept of human design. We manifestors are 9% of the population, here to initiate, and it is time for us to rise. In this podcast, I, your host, Julia, want to bring a missing link to the marketplace. Having been a mentor and coach since 2018 and learning more and more about being a manifestor myself, I now, with this podcast, want to specifically support manifestors. With my brand Luxury Goddess, which is all about female remembrance, embodiment, and empowerment, I have served thousands of women already, and I now want to specifically support manifestors as well. I invite you to fully step into your peaceful, powerful self as a manifestor. Let's become who we came here to be, shall we? Hello, beautiful manifestor. Today I am here to inform you that this is the last episode in this podcast, at least for now, but I'm feeling that this is the end. And I wanted to come in here and talk about this because it is such an important topic for us manifestors as well. And so, let's deepen this right away. So the first thing I want to talk about in this matter is that we are here to initiate, but not necessarily to pull through or have a project forever or just do one thing from A to Z, but rather whenever we are clear, do it. But then when we do feel it wants to end, that we trust that as well. And the most important thing here is always the clarity, right? So to use your authority, your ego heart, your splenic, or your emotional authority to feel into the clarity. Because when I had the idea to do this, I took some time until I did it, so that I really was clear and felt the clarity in my body of yes, I want this. And now the more I did it, I feel amazing about it. But I feel this clear feeling of it needs to end. It's just a clear feeling. It's just clarity. It doesn't even have to have a reason, right? It's just this clarity, this neutral clarity of not, oh my gosh, because I'm an emotional authority, right? So not, oh my gosh, can I do this? Should I do this? Or like, yay, finally, I'm stopping, right? It's none of that. It's just clear. Now, the second thing about this too is that we are non-energy types. We have only certain energy and like available, right? During the day or during the week. And so it's not a rational thing. It's not like, oh, I just have certain energy, so I can't do all these things. That's not true either. Because if we feel the urge, if we feel the clarity about things, we will have the urges. We will have the energy to do it, right? So it's not a reason to ever say, oh, I can't do it because I'm a non-energy type. That's not the idea, right? But then you want to look at the amount of projects or things you want to do in regards to the urges that you have, right? Like in proportion, basically. You want to look at the proportion, basically, of the urges and the amount of things you want to do. Because for me, I can go about a lot of projects. I can do a lot of things. And I do kind of feel like a machine in a good way. Like I feel like, ooh, I'm a machine. Like I can do things. But just because I'm so lit up about all the things, like neutrally clear, I want to do all the things. I'm just really, really, really committed because I have the vision. I see it clearly. I want to do it. I want to manifest it. And I do understand that for certain things to manifest it, I have to like do the action, and that's perfect because it comes from an aligned place. It comes from the place of abundance, of I have the vision, I feel it. Like it's, for me, it's always this noise of like, yes, like that's the feeling for me. It's like, yes, I want to do it. I want to go about it. So I am so willing to do all the things because it's not, I want to do it so that I feel this way. It's not, I have to do it to feel better. There's no lack. And there's no, I have to, I must. Well, I must, yes, but not I have to, right? There's a difference between I must do this because I want to and I have to. And it's I must do it. I want to do it. And so I do it. And the more I went about the podcast, it felt amazing. But now it just felt like a full circle. It feels like it's complete now. It's complete. Like we've talked about many things. It's beautiful. You can use it. You can practice. And I'd love to offer something in the future just for manifestors, so we can do a little mastermind or something together where we really use the great opportunity to have all manifestors in a room and to really go so deep into what this offers us when we work together. So that's something I'd love to do in the future. But for now, and that's the third part of the whole thing, is that I'm feeling so clear to really focus on the next urges that hit me, and that I really went through some waves to gain the clarity that I want to do it. And there's just a few things in my work in German and in my work in English that I want to focus on, where I feel like, okay, I do need some space in the day so that it all feels like abundance still, right? Because that's the thing where I have to be so honest. And I think all of us manifestors have to be so honest about, all humans, obviously, right? But especially as non-energy types and as manifestors having these urges, to be so honest about, I want to do all these things and it feels clear, but then I do not want to overwhelm myself. I do always want to check in with myself. Do I think I have to continue doing this? Or do I just continue because, I committed myself to do it? Or like checking in with myself if I'm still 100%. Because if I'm not 100%, why do it? Like, why would I continue this podcast and not give you 100% anymore? It just doesn't make sense. You deserve 100% of my energy if I give you my energy, right? Like, that's just how I feel. Like, if we're together, I'm going to be present with you. If I'm not going to be present with you, I'd rather say, let's not meet today. Let's meet another time, because I want to give you my 100%. I want to give you my full presence. And so I'd rather make this, a full circle, and we had all the fun. I had all the fun recording this. I hope you loved receiving this, and it's just perfect. It's just complete this way, and just really owning my clarity and my authentic truth, right? And all the decisions I make, and owning that we do not have to pull through. It's actually not at all our design. Now, I want to make something super clear. This is not saying that we shouldn't follow through with our commitments, right? That is different. Like, if I would have sold you a 12-month mastermind, I'm not going to say after 3 months, manifestor, non-energy type, I don't have the urge anymore to do it. Like, that's not what I'm talking about. That would be my commitment out of abundance. Whatever it is, I'm going to pull through because I made the commitment to me and to you, and I honor that 100%. And that is more important than an urge or, an urge for a rest phase. That's not what I mean. But anything else where I can enter or leave a project or anything, right? I want to check in with myself. Same thing for other things that I do. For example, right now I'm prioritizing working out 4 times a week. I'm prioritizing doing my face massage every day or every other day. Let's say every other day, because I don't do it every day, but I'm committed to do it as often as, it feels right. And then if it just feels too full the day, I don't do it, because I'm not doing it out of lack. I'm doing it out of abundance, right? So there's always this, like, I'm committed, but I'm also not going to force myself. And then there's things where I'm committed, and I gave my commitment to my customers, to my clients, where of course I follow through. Of course I will, right? Like, it's just like you have your partner and you trust your partner and they can trust you. So of course they can trust you. Of course I'll always make everything, like, I always keep my word, right? So that is most important to me, that this isn't to say, like, right, to give you like this pass out of things and to say, yeah, I'm not an energy type. No, it's just to say, like, whatever you can check in with yourself each month or each week or whatever, to see still, like, is this still out of abundance, or did anything anything change where I want to make sure that this is still out of abundance? Because if not, why would I do it? Why am I doing it? Right? Because it's never going to really serve if it's 100% true. It's not. It might serve you in one way, just to sell or just to get validation or just to, I don't know, whatever, but to avoid pain. But it's never going to be 100% true, and in the sense it's never going to serve 100% because you feel an off feeling. And when you feel an off feeling, your energy is off and you're not going to have the same amount of energy and maybe also not urges and all the other things. So in the end, it's always gonna mess with your alignment, right? So that's just a few pieces I wanted to bring to you with this last episode, as I'm just feeling this so clearly, but I feel it in celebration. I feel like, thank you for the idea to do this podcast. Thank you that I recorded all the episodes. Thank you that you listened to all the episodes, or thank you that you listened to this one. Thank you that it served you if it did, right? Like, I'm so grateful if it did. And that's it. Like, thank you. That's perfect. And now we're going to be off to the next thing. I'm already going to tell you. I'm actually starting my next podcast next week. And that's going to be the podcast that I'm going to do continuously now. I already feel it. But of course, I don't know how long, like, in the end I'll do it. But I feel like at least a year I'll do it, and then I'll check in with myself as I always do. And it's going to be called Unveiling Her Story, Conversations with a Goddess. I'm so happy about this title. And I'm so excited too, because I'm going to be bridging all the topics that I talk about, everything out of the perspective of real, true, raw femininity and feminine force. And from that perspective, talking about trauma integration and about femininity, sexuality, relationships, about abundance, money, all the things out of that perspective. And the values that are held in my work and in this podcast as well are authenticity, truth, and that. Authenticity, truth, and femininity, right? Like, what resonates true? Where are goosebumps? Where do we feel the shower and the shiver on it, like coming down our spine? What do we feel reminded? What do we feel like coming home? Like, that's the podcast. And so we're also going to talk about conspiracy and reality and illusion, and really like discussing things and going deep into all the topics, really. I'm not going to not speak about anything. We're going to talk about everything. So I'm really, really, really excited to bring this podcast forth, as in this way I can offer it to all the people, all the women in my world, and not only manifestors, which again, I'm so happy about that we did this, and I'm so grateful for you. And I hope we stay in touch and maybe work together in the future in a special manifestor offer or in any other offer. So thank you so much for you. If you want to give me any feedback or you have a wish to work together, you can let me know. There's always one-on-one work, and everything else, especially in the English language, we will see what happens. If you do speak German, there's many beautiful offers that are available. So if you want to work with me, especially 2024, which we have right now, is a beautiful year to work with me. I'm full of energy. I'm so present. I'm so charged up and ready to go, and to be there for you and guide you and be by your side. So if that is something that you're looking for, check out my German offers. And then if you only speak English, again, one-on-one offers are available. A few beautiful masterclasses are available, and my Luxury Goddess Meets a Human Design course is available, where you can dive even deeper into your design, into your lines, and all the things. So, thank you for you. Thank you for this ride together, for this journey, and I hope to work with you in the future again. All the best to you, all my love. Bye-bye. This was today's episode for you as a manifestor in the concept of human design. I hope this episode and whole podcast serves you. And if it does, I invite you to leave a 5-star review on iTunes or rank the podcast 5 stars on whatever platform you listened. And or subscribe, comment, or share, whatever feels right to you, so we can spread this for all manifestors to hear and rise as one. Thank you from one manifestor to another. I deeply appreciate you rising, and I look forward to catch you next time. Always remember, you are here to feel peaceful. You are here to initiate. Remember to always inform peacefully. You are so powerful. I see you. You've got this. From one manifestor to another, yours, Julia.